It's pretty common for a new project to raise eyeballs in the crypto world. Even the most promising projects these days are slowly wiping out due to high competition. In such volatility, Olympus DAO came and claimed to become the future of the DeFi space. The creator Zeus is considered a genius who came up with a plan to change the excessive reliance of cryptocurrency on the fiat. The project basically introduced the concept of an asset-backed currency reserve that aimed to stabilize the crypto market by owning liquidity. The tall claims, however, divided the opinions of crypto traders into two. To some, it was just another Ponzi scheme, but many believed it to be a crypto game changer. So, today we'll dig into Olympus DAO, and we'll see if this project actually deserved the hype it got. First up, what is Olympus DAO? Olympus DAO is a decentralized protocol that aims to create a censorship-free currency reserve system through bonding and staking. It is the only protocol that is backed by a variety of assets in the pool rather than being backed up by US dollars. The stakers in this system get a compounding interest on the asset they stake, which can go up to 1,000% APY through its treasury. Before we head on to how the bonding and staking work in the system, we need to know why Olympus wants to create a currency reserve. The answer to that is pretty simple. The purchasing power of fiat currencies is declining with time. Cryptocurrencies that are pegged to USD will lose its purchasing power eventually due to declining USD because it is controlled by the US government, meaning that it is centralized. This is why it is important to have a substitute or alternative for the economic system. To solve this problem, Olympus introduced OHM, a token backed by multiple cryptocurrencies in the Olympus Reserve. The traders who are willing to buy OHMs pay the price, using different cryptos that end up in the treasury. And that's how the OHM stays unaffected by the centralized and censorship authorities. The reserve or the treasury of Olympus DAO consists of cryptos like DAI, Frax, or liquidity pool tokens, or other coins like Ether, OHM, and many more. The treasury increases as more and more people invest in the coin. The last reported total locked value of OHM in May 2022 was $360 million. This clearly shows that the plan of Zeus isn't as terrible as it first seemed. Now that we understand the basics of Olympus DAO, let's head on to understand why this protocol can be a game changer. Olympus DAO protocol has its own liquidity. Before this protocol owned liquidity concept, protocols were dependent on automated moneymakers and were dealing with mercenary capital issues. Moreover, one cannot emphasize enough how important liquidity is for a protocol like Olympus that is based on an asset-backed reserve. In the normal world, the central bank controls the demand and supply gap of the dollar by having a dollar reserve. Similarly, if a protocol doesn't have enough assets in the reserve, it's impossible for them to control or stabilize the price of their token. The answer to this is Olympus protocol owned liquidity concept, in that it doesn't rent liquidity, but owns it completely. Exchanges usually are dependent upon the user to get them the liquidity, but that's not the case with Olympus. As of now, the protocol owns 99.33% of its liquidity. By using protocol-owned liquidity, the protocol wants OHM to become a widely acceptable coin in the blockchain and crypto world. At this point, you must be wondering why anyone would exchange their coins for OHMs. Or why will I be interested in increasing Olympus liquidity? Well, that's a pretty valid question, as there are numerous other currencies and exchanges available in the market. But here's the catch: Olympus actually bribes its users to invest in its token. It utilizes the unique bonding and staking method that offers enticing benefits to the users. Let's see what it is. Bonding in Olympus DAO. In real-world currencies, bonds are issued by the government to control inflation. People buy bonds and wait till it gets mature and enjoy the amazing interest rate benefit. Similarly, Olympus DAO, rather than utilizing the usual buying and selling method, issues bonds. The buyer gets the OHMs he requires after a few days at a discounted price. He exchanges his Frax, Ether, or other coins to buy a specific amount of OHMs. The maturity period in these OHM bonds is around 5 days. In these 5 days, if the price of OHM goes up, or even if it stays the same, the buyer can earn good profits by selling the discounted OHM he bought through bonds. This was indeed a smart idea because if the system wants to increase liquidity, it certainly needs to incentivize or bribe the buyer against other coin to get more buyers interested in the project. How does staking work in Olympus protocol? Remember when we said Olympus provides extremely high APY? Well, that's true. The main aim of Olympus is to create a high value for its token. For users, staking in Olympus's protocol means generating high ROI. When you stake OHMs, you are basically helping the protocol to stabilize the token's price. By staking, you limit the supply of tokens by holding them, which increases its price. To stabilize the price, more OHM tokens are minted and are given to the stakers as a reward. Each staker in Olympus receives a rebase reward, which means that their stake automatically compounds after every 8 hours. The profit protocol earns through bond selling is distributed to the stakers as well. This is why the returns of staking OHM are pretty high. In the initial era of Olympus, the APY earned by stakers was as high as 10,000%. However, the percentage these days is around 468%, which is still pretty high. Another widely asked question about the protocol is how does the Olympus system stabilize the price of OHM? Since Olympus is not pegged to any coin or USD, how is OHM maintained or controlled? Since OHMs are not pegged to the US dollar, the price stabilization is a bit tricky. The price of OHM at all times should be 1 DAI. The value of DAI is close to $1, and it is one of the stable coins. To stabilize the price of OHM when it exceeds 1 DAI, the protocol mints OHM and increases the supply. When the price drops below 1 DAI, the protocol buys back the OHMs and reduces the supply to increase the price. In this way, OHM is not pegged to any currency, but is backed by DAI. Wherever you'll see discussions on OHM, you'll find people talking about the 3,3 meme. The meme is one of the core concepts of Olympus DAO. The 3 main actions any OHM holder can take are bonding, staking, or selling. In this concept, staking is seen as a positive 3x3 action, bonding is 1x1, and selling is negative 3x3. This meme basically means that staking is beneficial for both the staker and the protocol, as when you stake, you increase the accruing value of protocol, and by holding your stake you earn benefits. You get governance rights, a high APY value, and rebasing rewards. This is why staking is a win-win situation for both, and it helps the protocol grow. Bonding, on the other hand, is also beneficial to you and the protocol. When you buy a bond, you get a discount, and the protocol gets more liquidity, which is another win-win situation. Now selling is considered bad for both. Selling OHMs can decrease the price of OHM and reduce their overall value, which is bad for the protocol and the Olympus community. Olympus DAO has recently launched version 2. Version 1 was indeed a success, but the second version is even more amazing. This update not only provides governance to the OHM token holders, but provides benefits like staking of bond payouts and NFT-held bonds. OHM holders are crypto enthusiasts and are really excited to see the new change for Olympus protocol. Are you also excited about version 2? Do you think Olympus DAO is a great protocol, or is it a scam? Let us know in the comment section below. If you find this video useful, smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon for more crypto and blockchain-related content. Also, why not check out our simple but informative video? See you in our next one.